So hello everyone,
Hello.
welcome to the new day and new vlog. Today we have with us Muntasir, and like few days back, I talked about my B1.1 exam experience, and Muntasir gave his
A2.1.
A2.1 exam. So I thought that today we discuss about his experience and he might enlighten us, like what was the pattern, what was the process. As you can see the video, I've discussed what type of questions came as far as I remember, and I shared that information. And yes, Muntasir, so now it's your
Turn.
turn.
Okay. So I guess you already shared that we don't have a speaking part for in while giving the exam in the
Correct.
university. It marks based on your class performance and other
Yeah,
attendance.
I told that like we have 15 marks, and 15 marks was related to the class performance.
That's true. Class performance means the homework and attendance mostly. And the rest of the also say similar to B1 also rest of the part has 15 points. So that is Horen, Lesen, Schreiben. At first you have Horen, and then in the Horen there is
Listening part.
listening part. So there was three categories. For each category there are 5 questions, and it is exceptional that in my Horen part every audios was played twice.
Twice, yes.
So, yeah, so that teacher was very helpful. They at first they gave us time to read the questions, which was unlike my A1 exam. Here they said, okay, read the question. I read the question, and then they played the audios, and then they played it again. So then it was very good.
And I have one question. Like as I told, we can see a very good sunlight there,
Yeah,
and that's why we are quite turning. Wow.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. It's
so
good.
tell me one thing that I have told. Like in my exam, it was like one of the part. Like for the third question, it was played only once, but it was not like in your listening
No.
part, right?
Yeah, for my A1 it was played that one part is played once and other 2 parts were played twice. But for my A2.1 I got astonished that every part is played twice. Even though the first Horen, I would say first part was a little bit difficult than compared to other two, but 2 and 3 was very easy.
2 and 3 were disease, but everyone was played twice. Like for my question, uh, like for the first question, they played the entire audio twice, and for the second true and false, every statement was played twice. So was it with you as well?
No, for me all the 3 parts it was all the question
Continuous.
continuous, and then again from start again.
Okay, not one by one,
No,
like true or false.
Yeah, in the YouTube, if you search A1 questions, A2.1 question in YouTube, mostly they what we listen is every part is played twice. For example, for one question it is played twice. But in the university exam I give it A1 and A2.1 and I'm seeing the same pattern. They play the 5 question once and then again from 1 to 5. So you have to just remember it. So it's a little bit different and difficult as well. So
And now, second thing is, which I wanted to ask, man, look at this sunset.
yeah, that's
Good. Anyways, I wanted to ask, so this was related to the Huron part. True or false came or not?
No, there was no true or false. There was true false, sir. My bad. There was true false, but it was easy.
And like fill in the blanks must be there, or
No, but the rest of them were like marking.
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 Like,
yeah.
do you remember something?
Like you have question A and it has 3 options.
Yeah.
And among them, which of the options has, for example, there was a conversation about a lady ordering a food, and in the middle of the conversation, he said "one cheese." That means without cheese, I will take my
Got it.
food order cheese. So there was 3 options that which of the food the lady doesn't want in his meal. So one was cheese and 2 other broth and all, and you have to mark the cheese. So something like that.
Got it. So it was marking based and then true and false.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
audio was played twice. Now jumping to the next section, which is reading.
Yeah, after the Horen is or listening is finished,
Yeah.
you have both of the section twice together.
Yeah.
Reading and writing.
Yeah.
And at first, usually people give the reading exam. So it was again 3 part, and there was every part has 5 questions. So total 15 questions and 15 mark. I would say the passages were pretty easy. For each of the passages, we have to answer 5 questions, and those passages were pretty easy. I would not say it is tough.
So means 3 parts again, 5
Five
marks.
5 marks. If you have good grasp on the vocabulary, that is very important vocabulary, and you easily get all the questions and easily understandable, and you can answer them as well.
And one more thing, like for me in the reading part, one of the question was like 10 fill in the blanks. Like I have to fill up the blanks. It was
No, it was not like that. For me, it's only marking.
like
that,
true and false were there.
no, true and not true
Oh.
and false. There was one has like
Matching
some,
the statement with passage.
yeah. So there no, it's like you have some advertisement, different
Got it.
advertisement, and then you have some points, and you have to say which of the advertisement
Matches to which
which
other
of the
point.
advertisement.
Correct.
Another one, like there is a 5 list of floors, and every floor has some items. Then you have to identify this item belongs to which floor. If you want to buy these things, which floor you should go. This kind of questions.
And third,
Third one is similar to a basic general question.
Yeah.
There was some passes and some question. I think it was also between ABC.
got it. So like for me, true and false and fill in the blanks were there in reading, but
Not
it was
true.
not in
Yeah,
your
for
case.
my A1 there was true and false.
Okay, okay. Maybe we can discuss A1 some other time. And after that, it is writing, right? So for writing, what was the case?
For writing, it was only one part. There was a email. The email was about what you have. Your friend has invited you, and now I have to reply that you cannot come, and you should set another time. There was some 4 points, and for each of the point you have to write some words. So your target is
Same also me.
yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, 2 points, and you have to type to 1 or 2 lines for each of the points. And the target is I think was 60 word. At least 60 word you have to write.
Got it. Like for me, I also got 4 points. The question was different, obviously, but like 4 points each of them have 2 points, and word limit for me was 120 words.
No, sorry, yeah, my bad. It was 80 words.
Okay, for yours it was 80. For me it was 120, and I also got 4 points. For each point we have to write 2
one
points.
Or, 1 or 2 lines.
One or 2 lines. For me it was written at least 2 lines.
At least.
And then so it was an informal letter, right?
It was an informal letter, so I have write it at first. What I did was I had pretty much saved time in the listening part. I finished every of the section as within
Reading.
10 minutes. Yeah, reading part, every section I finished within 10 minutes. So,
10 minutes.
Yeah, within 10 minutes I finished it.
Yeah.
So then when I went to the writing part, I have many
Time remaining.
many time
Much time
remaining,
remaining.
and what happened is at first I note down the points I have to write
In
and-
rough side.
yeah, in
Yeah.
rough side, and there was below the points there was some blank space. There I wrote it by pencil. I wrote it, and I can count it, and then I wrote in some lines in the between, some lines in the end, and then when I'm satisfied, then I write it in the right side where there is ruling part, and you
Yeah.
have to write it. So in that part I wrote it by pen, and then I erased the pencil part.
Like, did you also memorize some templates? Like I told in the video, like usually for me it was especially like in the last class he discussed that formal informal letter template, and he told this template you can learn so that you know how to start and what is the pattern to start or to end the letter. So was it the case with you?
Yeah, that's the case actually. When I saw the limit of 80 characters, I thought, okay, that's pretty tough. So I have
Yeah.
to maintain some character. For example, the first part, leave here to your friend, and the last. And at first, how are you? And I hope you are well. And I am also well. So this is one common line you can add.
And
in the last, I wait for your reply.
Yeah,
These are
I
the
think this
common-
is this you have to, maybe you should write in a letter as well, not just to increase the words, but it's the template as well, na?
Template, yeah,
Otherwise you can't directly say bye.
Bah, yeah,
So-
so these are the templates. So
Yeah.
that's I was memorizing them before the exam, and this came in handy. So I wrote this common template, and then in the between of the lines I had for every point I had to write 1 or 2 lines.
Got
So
it.
that's how I got the 80 character limit.
Okay. And how was the overall experience? If you
Overall,
summarize.
if I summarize, I think compared to my A1, A2.1 is easy. Because between the levels I thought I think the A2.1 is much easy than A1, and I feel good. I think for the language I would say the more you practice, the more better you get. That's one point. But to pass the exam A2.1, I think that's not difficult. If you have good vocabulary, just learn as much vocabulary as you can, and the rest of them are easy peasy.
Got it. And I think there is slight difference, but usually the paper is like 15 marks reading, 15 marks writing, 15 marks listening,
Listening.
and 15 marks based on your class performance.
Yes.
And sometimes they tell you the marks in the class as well, or sometimes they just directly post it and you just directly get your GPA
That's true.
or your pointer regarding it. And I think you might have found something useful or informative by Muntasir's experience. So we thank Muntasir for sharing his experience about
Welcome.
A2.1. I hope we both will share our B1.2 and A2.2 experience
Someday.
if we join the class. And that's it for this vlog. And rest, like, comment, share, subscribe. It doesn't take much time. We'll see you in next vlog. Till then, bye bye. Ciao, ciao.